Right, folks, of course, welcome back, Sport Federation TV. We keep talking sport in the Western Cape. And for those of you that have not touched base with us in a while, Transplant Sports is, of course, one of our big sport codes in the province across South Africa. And, of course, on a global basis. I've got the president of Western Cape Transplant Sports on the line with me now, Vivian de Klerk. Vivian, welcome back to Sport Federation TV.
JP, thank you so much for having us. It's great to be back, and yeah, after all of this, still virtually, but nice seeing you again. Thank you so much.
So just, Vivian, we of course know that sport has been a little bit tricky over the last, the last 2 years. But the good news, of course, for transplant sport is that you've managed to have quite a lot of activity in the last few weeks.
Yeah. Now, after COVID, we planned, last year we had our national transplant games planned to take place in Joburg. And when COVID happened, that was cancelled. So we had to rethink the whole thing of getting back to sport and how we're going to get our athletes to compete with each other and also with other people in a safe manner. And then all of the regions of transplant sports decided we'll do a small regional transplant games for our athletes. And when we were allowed to get back to the playing fields, we in the Western Cape had a games staggered over a few weekends. So in that manner, we could minimize the amount of people competing. We could minimize or sort of try to control the risk involved with COVID, and it worked out well. At a great time, and everyone enjoyed it tremendously.
Just tell us a little bit about how does that work from a transplant sport perspective, because obviously transplant sport has got multiple codes. So how do you compete?
Yeah, we are a multi-coded sports federation, so we compete in a various different sporting codes. So we've got athletics, all the track and field events. We've got golf, cycling, petang, temp and bowling. So there's all different kinds of sports. So what we decided to do is just have the small events. We had our golf on the 15th of October at Boshemeer. We could get our golfers to play with other people, also use the opportunity as a fundraising event. And what a great day. We had great weather and everyone enjoyed it. Then also we had our 5K run at Greenpoint Park on the 6th of November, and also had new athletes pitching up there. We took them for a run around Greenpoint Park, amazing facility. Also open air, so we could also have our athletes in the open air, safe environment. On that day, also we had a swim at Weinberg Swim Lab for our swimmers. So in this manner, we don't have big events. We have small events, but still getting everywhere in their sporting codes to compete. So we didn't have qualification. It was just a fun event, getting together, no qualification. Just here we are after 18 months of not competing really. And then after that, the next weekend on the 13th of November, that was our main event, the athletics at Greenpoint Athletics Stadium. Also, this was the first for us. We don't have a lot of athletes, so we've got about 13 athletes that competed that day. And instead of doing a whole event for 13 athletes, we partnered with Western Province Athletics, and it worked out so well. So they also had an event, and we could join in and have our athletes compete with Western Province athletes that day. And we'll definitely do it again like that. Shout out to Western Province Athletics for organizing amazing event. So we'll definitely think about joining in something like that again in the future.
We've got a
And then
video.
our last
Yeah, yeah.
sorry, last event was the next day, cycling at Bull Valley. We had a 30K road race with four cyclists, small event. And then we went out to Franschhoek, turned around and came back. So that was great. I was cycling with three other transplant cyclists. And unfortunately, I used my mountain bike, and I had a headwind going out, but it was great coming back with a tailwind. So we enjoyed that. The guys enjoyed it. And then also we had Petang on that day at Bull Valley, and afterwards the social events. So this all the small events
Yeah.
hosted and getting everyone together and getting new athletes to try out transplant sports.
That's fantastic. Considering just how tough things have been in the past 2 years, we know transplant sports, of course, or at least transplantees, being at high risk. But Vivian, we've got a video here that you sent us. Let's take a look at this.
Hi, my name is Chantal Memziwe. I had a bone marrow transplant in January this year. I participated in my first regional transplant games and I enjoyed it immensely. I think I enjoyed it because I participated in 1,500 meters, 100 meter sprint, long jump, and cricket ball throw. My goals is for the future are to participate in the national transplant games in order to qualify for the world transplant games. And I would like to qualify for Comrades again. I just need to complete 2, then I'm good.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Haynes, and I had a bone marrow transplant in August 2018. I took part in this year's regional games, and I took part in the 5K run event. I enjoyed it very much, and I met quite a lot of new friends, which was very exciting. My only disappointment is that I didn't enter for more items and that I didn't take part in the swimming. That's why I want to invite all of you to come and join us and take part in the games.
So you've got some of your athletes now also promoting transplant sports and some new members.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for, JP. It's always nice to see these athletes getting back to being healthy and active, and that's our main objective. Transplant sports is there to get people after they had a life-saving organ transplant to get back and live a healthy life. And the way of doing this, we've seen it, and it's been proven. It's through competing and getting back to competition. We have our national transplant games every 2nd years, and also world transplant games. So this is just motivating these people. I mean, we've got athletes. I can name you one example. Chantal Menziwe. This lady was just underwent a transplant this year in January. She got released from or out of hospital in February, and she partook in the Cape Town Marathon this year and ran a 5:11. So as we speak, Chantal is busy running a 275 kilometers charity race from Mooirivier in KZN to Durban. Yeah, people. So this is all new athletes to transplant sports, and they're doing amazing things.
But that's
So we're just
incredible.
glad they're promoting the sport.
Yeah, and the fact that more people are joining transplant sports is amazing.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing an increase in membership after COVID. I think people are now feeling more comfortable to get back to sport. We lost a lot of great athletes. We lost leadership in the last 18 months. So it hit us hard, but we're also seeing new life in transplant sports. We're getting new athletes. So that is great to see it, and they're all positive to compete at our next year's national transplant games, and their goal is to go to world games. So I'm positive about that, and we're glad to see new growth.
Let's take another look at one of your other videos.
Hi, my name is Bradley Arendse. I'm 38 years old and I had a kidney transplant in November 2019. This was my first transplant games and I really enjoyed it a lot. I participated in cycling, 100 meter and 400 meter athletics as well. It's a really nice family and I've made some new friends as well, and it just feels like a home for me and I really love it. I would encourage other transplant patients to come and join our big family. It's really amazing and it does wonders for your health as well. I would like to take part in the transplant games in the nationals next year, and there I would like to qualify for the World Transplant Games in 2023.
Vivian, so lots more involvement, lots more exciting. I'm assuming if people are out there and they want to join transplant sports, people who have had a transplant can reach out to you and jump in.
Yes, definitely. You can find us on our website, or you can go to our national website. It's transplantsports.org.za. There is a membership application. You can do online application, and we'll get in touch with you. So if you had a solid organ life-saving transplant, you are healthy and fit to compete, yeah, contact us and you might join us to go to Perth in 2023 as a transplant athlete.
It sounds fantastic. Vivian, we'll leave it at that, and well done to you and the team. We hope to catch up again soon.
Thank you. Have a lovely day.
There we go, folks. Vivian de Klerk, she's the president of Western Cape Transplant Sports, and they're doing some incredible work. We'll of course keep following their progress. Don't go away. When we come back after the break, we carry on talking sport in the province. Back in a sec.